on the bench. He's like, yo, Quadra, warm up. Makes me warm up for like 25, 30 minutes, right? 25, 30 minutes, right? Calls me up, right? Yeah, come on. I'm over here. I'm geek, bro. Last game of the season, mind you, everybody, the Huns are about the bench. Last game, fresh, I'm getting in.
Everybody would show up to your game. I think that's the one
I'm
thing.
getting some play. So I'm like, yeah, bro. I go next to him. He tapped me on my shoulder. He said, "Not you. You didn't show up to practice, or you show up to last game." Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, I believe this is episode 17 of the O2 podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sirski. We're back. We're bopping. Today, we have some topics. You know, O2, we talk
question.
about. What's up?
Why don't you do the bloop 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 bloop?
That's only for the reacts. I can't.
What the fuck is the
okay.
bloop bloop bloop
You're
bloop?
not on the react, so you wouldn't. It's a.
You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't. But today O2 is on the modern news, and we heard some ridiculous stuff this week. So we said, well, we might as well hop to talk about it. Recent news lately. Apparently, if you haven't heard, some inmates broke out of jail. Wait, is that what you want to talk about? The inmates?
Nah, yeah, they stupid. I understand why they in jail.
Yeah, them niggas was stupid.
Nah, you saw their charges? They're all fucking dangerous criminals. Like, lock them back up. What the fuck?
Niggas, dangerous criminals. They ain't got no brain capacity because the way they moving.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like, I didn't know y'all left at 12 a.m. and it's not like they started chasing you at 8 o'clock. They realized y'all were gone at 8 o'clock. So to get prepared to put a task force out, gotta at least take about 30 minutes to an hour. So you had about 9 hours to get as far as you possibly. Actually, that's how we're gonna open up. Let's say scenario: we are the 4 people in jail, right? We escape. How far do you think you can get from where we are? Imagine we're locked up in the Bronx, but you have no money, no resources.
I'll be in Mexico in 8 hours.
I'll figure
You
it
give
out.
me. At least I'll be by the border in 8 hours. You give me 8 hours. You say run. I better not catch you. I will be near the border of Mexico, somewhere.
But how far? You don't really have that many resources. How far can you really get? How do you take the bus? How do you take the train?
Bus tickets
Wait,
ain't that
The bus
expensive.
don't check ID.
Bus don't check ID. They don't scan nothing. You can literally have paper ticket if anything. Use somebody else's
But you have
email.
to buy the bus ticket.
Yeah, use somebody else's email and stuff or something like that. In a sense, bro, you think about it, like real talk. I have a bunch of different emails. You can make a fake email in a sense. Go to the library. Go to the library. Use a fake email.
But you left at 12. You left at 12 midnight. Library's not open.
Library's not open. I don't know, nigga. Steal a nigga phone.
You're already a criminal. Wait,
You're already
you
a
get sent
criminal.
back to jail?
You like
Well,
now?
but then they would call the cops, and then the cops would have a lead on where to find you.
Yes, a lead. By that time frame gives me when you order a ticket on that phone, it's gonna show where you going.
Yeah, call too.
Yeah,
Literally.
you're using your card, so
Bro,
you
just
can
get
you can buy-
cash. Go in person.
Or
no.
you
Okay,
have
any
okay,
resources.
okay. You're in Manhattan. I mean, you're in the Bronx, right? You hop the train, go down to what's it called? Around where the LIR is, or like the New Jersey like transit shit is. You go down there. You buy a ticket there for like $2.15. Pay with cash, right?
Yes.
But you don't have
Go-
any money. You're still in your jail clothes.
Bro,
your
if
friend
you
got a
beg
jail.
if you beg in the subway, you can get $2.
No. Fuck begging. I'm already a criminal. You gonna give it to me. You're gonna give it to me. I'm gonna take it from you.
$2? You think you
Listen.
can't leave because of $2?
And listen, and no, I'm not even gonna go into the LRR. You know where I'm going? Take one of the Chinatown buses. They don't check nothing. They don't check no information at all. They get like, you got cash? Okay, good. Ticket given. Boom. Go about your day, bro. I'm like, bro, you're a criminal. You're like, listen, ma'am. Do you want to lose your life over $10? Run it.
Like I can't promise that I'll like forever be out of the police's sight. But at least I'll promise that I won't get caught in a stupid ass fucking way.
Yeah, give him a good
Because
run,
what
bro.
the fuck do you mean you were on Instagram Live talking about I just escaped from jail? What's wrong with you?
You get caught sleeping at a bus stop.
You were
Nigga, he had a
tired, bro.
crib.
He was tired.
My thing is like niggas were so focused on escaping that they didn't think, oh, what we gonna do after we get out.
This ain't Prison Break.
Nigga said, too easy.
Too easy.
Get caught the next day sleeping at a bus station. The
Listen,
fuck?
You think like in their head they just thought that like, oh, like once you get out of jail, like the police won't look for you. You're already out.
Niggas didn't think that's the problem.
Like,
You already escaped.
they found one of them at the residency that he put on his thing. Like, you're just so stupid. You deserve to go back to jail. Like, take him back to jail.
I don't know if this is correct, but I heard one had, like I said previously, one had 2 months left
Bro.
of time to serve.
2 months? Bro, if them boys
2
was
months
out there,
left and
nah,
you escape jail. That nigga get
bro, if they be like, nah, we leave it, I'll be like, bro, y'all be easy, man. I'm out in 2 months. Like in the modern day and time that we live in, there are cameras everywhere.
Yup.
You can't do nothing without a camera seeing you. So it's like, bro, escaping, like, unless you're able to make it out in time, you're gonna get caught. And you got like an 8 hour head start. I'm so like genuinely I'm just confused, bro.
Apparently
gonna lie.
one of the prison guards helped them escape.
Yeah.
They got out.
he's-
And then he got jail time.
I'm not gonna lie. If I got out, probably know for sure I'm not gonna make it. So first thing I'm gonna hit Kennedy's. That shit always open.
Shit always open.
Get some food. I know I'm going back eventually. Shit, I'm serving life already. Get some Kennedy's.
You want that
got-
to be your fucking last meal?
That's what I said.
The
You
fuck?
gotta- but to be fair, you got out at 12 midnight. You got out at 12 midnight. Where you gonna go?
12,
Do
bro.
you-
At
do you-
least
Tell
get
me.
now you gotta get those fucking tacos downtown.
In the
Like
Bronx.
those taco trucks.
In the Bronx.
You take the train down, bro.
Man, I ain't going downtown Manhattan, bro.
What
That's
you
just a lot of
you got
work.
better things to do? You got better things to do?
You know what?
Yes, eating Kennedy's.
You know what would be a funny way to go out?
Here's the thing.
Imagine you get out and you try to go to the train and you hop the train and the cops catch you. And they run you through the system and he's like, hold up.
What the hell?
He like,
Nigga, you got 50 years.
I'm like, yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
Nah.
I don't know. Next topic of conversation, the hood prom. Viewers, if you guys haven't heard about it, if you guys haven't heard about it, social media, someone went to prom and in the parking lot busted out $100,000 in cash. I didn't.
It was fucking stupid. Dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life, bro.
I didn't think that was real though.
Nah,
Real or fake?
I saw a worse one where like so this guy he was picking his like whatever significant other or like his prom date up at her house, right? He goes there and all her uncles and like dads and cousins and everyone is just out in the yard with guns out to like hand her off.
I would have left her.
Yes, the fuck.
Respectfully. Well, no, to be fair, niggas be crashing out for no reason nowadays. So what I'll do, I'll take her and then I'll leave her.
Yeah, because you can't show up to a
But-
spot with multiple guns and be like, I don't feel like doing it. Next thing you know, that's a
Yes,
one
you
shot.
can. Yes,
Yeah.
you can. I'll
The
drive
CIA
red.
CIA are masterminds, man.
They are.
The CIA are masterminds, bro.
Them niggas been getting bonuses for years now.
Bro.
But
I know, like the thing is, because my thing is, bro, like that's just stupid. Real or fake? The cash, real or fake? You're just putting your life in line because there's gonna be one person that's gonna be like, I know where you live.
Yeah.
Find out where you live.
You pulling out
though
100K,
I
bro?
bet- like, yeah, bro, I have 100K cash. I was foolish. Nothing. You won't hear
Cash,
a word.
bro.
You won't hear a peep from me, bro. What?
Cash.
Nothing, bro.
Who's
You-
giving him 100K in cash? That's
that's not even a question. My question is, as a parent, you gotta at least let your brain cells rub together. You are in the hood, bro, and you just popped out with 100K. You think one of them, or at least one of them folks in the school is gonna be like, "Yo, bro, He just popped out 100K. Know where he live. If anything, if I don't know where he live, I can go to the school directory and forget where he live. I've seen that man's report card. like, bro, like I'm like, bro, some people just don't think, bro.
But like I saw it and I was like, what do you like? What did you accomplish by doing that?
Not even like it'll be different if it's like
Popularity.
if it's like a tough fit.
But
If
high
it's like
school's
a
over.
tough
What
fit-
do you mean popularity? Popularity where?
Okay, but high
No,
school's
like,
not over till you graduate, though.
Hey, people be 40 and still be
For
trying to
3
be
days?
popular.
Exactly.
People be
Bro,
40 and still
people
be
be
trying to be
bold as
popular.
fuck, thinking they could still run around like
The
college
young,
and high
the
school.
young kids.
I couldn't. I said, I know a couple people that would have died about that 100K in that parking lot. In that parking lot.
Bro,
I was
like,
thinking, I'm like, it makes no sense, but you know what they say about the hood proms and marriages in our community. But you know, that's neither here nor there. We're gonna keep it pushing. For the main point of our segment today, our main talking point today, been seeing a lot of graduations lately. And you know, these are young, educated immigrants, bruv. These are mandem with degrees, bruv. So I want to talk about what are some of the. It's been a year since we graduated now, approximately about a year.
Now I got a question. Did y'all get your diplomas yet?
Yes,
honestly, I don't even know.
Honestly, I don't know.
I have my diploma.
Like brother just said, man them with degrees, but I have not touched my diploma.
I don't
My
know.
diploma.
know where
My mom framed my diploma and put it on a wall.
I'm genuinely curious where my family put mine.
I don't know if I got mine. Where?
Oh, I did. My mom has it.
That's my problem. I don't live there. So I don't know where they put my stuff.
But
They
what-
cleared the room, bro.
Who cares? You got a job.
No, I gotta
but
ask
like,
my mom if
I
she
wanna
got my
see.
degree.
I went into debt for that shit. I want to see it. I want to touch it. Like,
That's like $100,000 worth paper. He paid $100K for that shit.
Hey man, but it got sent to my crib. My mom was like, "What do you want to do with it?" I'm like, "You can laminate it, put it in the wall for yourself. I don't really give a fuck."
yeah.
Okay.
Now, when you really deep
Okay,
it, we
okay.
all went to school for
Like,
a piece
yeah.
of paper, just for the jobs to be like, yo, we need 1 to 2 years of worth of experience. They go, what?
Yeah, don't piss me
The
off.
fuck?
Don't piss me
But
off.
that's what I'm saying. Post graduation? What are some things that you've learned? And if any recent graduates stumble upon this video, what advice are you giving these new graduates? I got a lot to say. Got a lot to get on my
Go
chest.
for a degree that makes you money straight out of college.
Nah, not even.
Nah.
I say go for a degree that makes you money, but it's like when you're straight out of college, don't just chase the money. Chase like upward movement. I say that's the best thing to put upward movement because sometimes you might have a job that don't pay you as much, obviously, but like you've seen people, you've talked to people where like, hey, when I started up in your position, I wasn't making that much. Now 3-4 years later, I'm making this much money. So it's like straight out the gate going for money. Sometimes some people are better off in situations where like they still have upward mobility, where it's like they can go 600K, 600K.
Out of college?
Like no,
I'll take that
like,
shit.
like they can start off with like 80K that says, but upward mobility. I would say look for that first, because straight out of college, bro, you not unless you get in what's that called? What's that? Computer something.
Quant?
No.
Computer science.
Computer science.
Yeah, computer science or some shit like that. Cause some of them coding motherfuckers, they getting like 600, they paying like 140K just to do coding bullshit.
Quantitative analysts, bro, they be making
Yeah.
300K minimum.
They don't take what's it called? Right out of college for quant.
No, it depends.
You gotta do at least.
It depends if
masters.
you do your internship. Obviously, if you go for if you do an internship with them, you already have the in.
Yeah, but
but
it's really
a master's
hard
will help
to get
you.
a quant internship.
You're not gonna get like the highest level, but you're gonna get a decent position.
No,
Probably be like
but
an assistant.
I definitely do agree with Ibra, and I think it starts even before college. Like,
Yeah.
for example,
Way
like
before.
I've talked to a lot of people in college, right? And they're like, "Oh, I wouldn't do an internship because I'm working at fucking McDonald's and they're giving me money. I'm not doing this
Waste of your time.
Waste of your time.
because they're not paying me."
Waste of your time.
What they don't understand is you're not building
Mm-hmm.
yourself up for a better position. You're just looking at the short term gains
Yeah.
instead of like looking at like long term money.
Piggybacking off of that, I think at least the biggest lesson everybody keeps saying is that comparison really will be the thief of your joy after, especially after
100%.
post graduation. Like, because, and like, it's not even that it didn't make sense or like I didn't understand it, but like out of college, some people already had jobs before we even stepped on that graduation ceremony.
Yep.
And they were like people always been like doing stuff. So it's like I feel like you have to trust yourself at least post graduation, depending on what you did. Because this is not this advice might not be for everybody. If you went to college and for all 4 years you were just dicking around, it's time to the real world. But if I feel like if you went in there, you had a specific plan or something, and things might not be looking how you expected it to look like still trust yourself and not compare yourself to other people. Because I know people who are making not even 6 figures, but damn near close right off the gate. I know people who took gap years, didn't worked Victoria's Secret. Like I know people who did different jobs. Like everyone has a different plan. So if you're fresh out of college and you're constantly like looking over your shoulder left and right to see what somebody else is doing and comparing yourself, thinking, "Oh, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm not doing enough." Like you're just gonna stress yourself out over something that's not even that crazy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like with the new world these days, people forget we're low key still kids. Like you're not a full fledged adult with experience. If you're in your like you come out of college, you're like what 21 to 24 max. You come out of college, right? Other experiences, cool. You're not supposed to be making enough money to situate yourself, be going on vacation, like you're meant. I'm not saying you're meant to struggle, but like struggle is a part of a process. Like I feel like people think you're not supposed to struggle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're
think like
supposed to
that's
grow
the,
into yourself. I
yeah,
think.
that's the problem also too. That's why I'm like, bro, I've been on Instagram for like a good year and a half. It's the happiest I've ever been, bro. I stopped like genuinely like you stop comparing yourself to other people in a sense, and I for a bit I struggled with that with some areas, but it's like once I did, I'm like I stopped doing that, and now I'm more relaxed about the future in a sense, and that's important because it's like when your mind is just bouncing off the walls about, oh my god, I gotta make something, I gotta make something happen. You're not composed in the moments that like when it's time to make something happen, you're just like, like you don't know what to do in a sense. You know what I mean? But I think is like the problem with our society is like everybody on social media is showing off a high life. Like you got 18-year-olds that's driving a Ferrari, but he's probably like, oh man, I'm a trader and I just make this money and I got this big house. But it's like a lot of people don't understand. These are like a small percentage of people who make money. Because it's like real talk, when you tell people like about probably like less than 6% of people make over 6 figures. Like a lot of people don't understand. Making 6 figures is just not just all willy nilly. You just running into everybody who makes 6 figures. But a lot of people don't understand. It's like, bro, even if you build yourself up to that thing, it takes time. Like I had one of my coworkers. She was like, "Oh yeah, da 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 da." She wants to start a business of like selling clothes, and she was like, if it's not successful in a year, then I'm just gonna quit. I'm like, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard in my life.
Don't even start at that point.
Listen, I was like, do you want my advice? Like, yeah. I'm like, listen, I was like, a business, you wanted to see it successful, you got to stick with it, whether it's bad, horrible, horrendous, good, terrible thing. That's how you see it through. I'm like, every business, the first 3 years, you're losing money. I was like, no business in the first 3 years is gaining money. It's a small percentage of businesses that are like just automatically hit the ground running. I'm like, if you think a year and then be like, if it doesn't work, I'm gonna just quit. I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Do you though? You do.
Yeah, that's
Especially
just like you prepping to lose money.
Especially for a clothing business, like
Yeah.
you expect the growth to be very slow.
Yeah.
Like you can't just like unless it's something like that's gonna go viral instantly. It's gonna take more than a year. So if you're already giving yourself that stipulation that after a year I'm gonna quit, then like why even do it?
But that's what I'm saying is like people. It's the same thing as like you're constantly looking at what other people are doing. Like people see like celebrities drop clothes and they like boom off instantly and be like, oh, I could do that. But it's like they don't look at the fact that this man has been on the internet and he's been popular and people have been following him for years, way before he decided to drop the clothing brand. I know certain artists they could drop the hottest garbage of clothes right now and make a profit.
So sad.
Kanye.
It's so bad. like it's so
Kanye
bad.
shit
It's
is
like
tough. I'm not gonna lie.
what I realized, and
Nothing new shit.
Those are niggas that will cop it.
Yeah, that is true.
I do
They
got
cop
one.
it.
I do got one shirt. It looks so stupid, bro. I only bought it because it was $20. But
did you
that
get the
shit-
new? Did you get the new Nazi stuff?
Not the new. I don't fuck with the new stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's why he got the cap.
Yeah,
He's a soldier.
He's a soldier.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it makes, like it literally makes no like going back to that concept of like sticking with like it's. Do you guys ever meet people or hear people that it's like they want to start something, but it's like they're not prepared to fail? Like,
Yeah.
and I think that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves with like people are like when you start something and you don't think at a certain point you're gonna fail or it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it, but in college, a one prominent theme I did see, there are a specific group of people, I won't say it, but these people, like, it's funny, they don't think they should be struggling. And there's specific type of people where it's like, you ever, I don't know how to describe it, you ever meet someone go through adversity and they're freaking out, not because even it's hard, but they're just freaking out because they don't think it should be
Because that
happening to them?
adversity exists. Just like
Yes.
the concept
Yes.
of adversity
Yes.
is like mind blowing to them.
And it's like bro, I will never understand. And I think I told you, I think I always got a story. This was back when my sophomore year. I think I told it before. I think I've said it before. This girl I was talking to, we lived in the same building. Which one was this? This was the bed situation.
Oh, yep. I know.
Yeah. So she was a tennis player, right? And
Oh.
I guess,
Yeah, you told us.
yeah, I guess when she was in high school, I guess she was like good at her sport or like whatever. And then she got recruited, came to play here. The only thing all the things I learned about tennis was through her. She was like, there's something about apparently they pick you from 1 through 8. So they get rostered, and then you usually have your best player like be your number 1, and number 2, number 3, and so forth. So she was
Yeah.
always like the number 1, right? And so whenever she had a tennis game, I'd go like I'd look at not the stats, but I just look at the score because I don't know about tennis. But you wanted to seem like you care about what she's doing, even though I didn't care about tennis at the time. I still don't. But every game it's like 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9. This went on for like a consecutive 8 games.
God damn!
What?
I remember I'm sitting. There was one time I almost asked her, "Are you even playing?" Like,
He said, "Shorty just on the field doing suicides."
I'm just like,
No,
"Are
quite
you?"
literally.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, but in my head, from like the background I had with sports at the time, because we played soccer before, it's like usually it's if you're not performing well, you're not trying hard enough. That's like that makes sense to me because there's no way you're telling me you do you practice as hard as you want, you actually go for it, and you're losing every game. It's so, and then she would come back and like we this is how I knew personally she wasn't gonna be my wife, but I didn't tell her that. But it's like every time it came time to just take accountability that you're not like where you need to be, it's always the other people were bad. The other people were, what did you say? Like I almost had it, or like she wasn't even better than me.
2 to 9?
Clearly she
Four.
was. Clearly she
Four.
was. So it was one of those things where it's like in college, like I met a bunch of those people where it's like whenever struggle, adversity, or anything was to happen to them, it's like they don't in their head they can't contemplate the fact that like it's on you.
Yeah. I mean, for them, it's like the thing is though. I feel like I was thinking about this the other day because I was like, what's not taught in as a society, no matter what culture, is that you're gonna get hit in the mouth sometimes. What life, and it's like it's normal. It's not the end of the world. Honestly, if somebody were to tell me that in my teenage years, it would have saved me a lot of grace. And honestly, I would have been much further than I would think I had in life. That like, listen, failure is normal and it's okay. If anything, that's you just getting started. Buckle the fuck down. Like, you know what I mean? But it's not about like, oh shit, I failed. But like, I would have said like, don't. What happened, sir? Like, I wouldn't like. That's why I was thinking about it. I was like, people need to teach their kids it's okay to fail, and that your wins and your losses don't make or break you. And I think that's where people the distinguishing. Like, I feel like as a society, we make what we do who we are. Like, if I, for example, if I win at a soccer game, I'm the best in the world. Da da da. If I lose, fuck, I hate myself. I'm just fucking stupid. I'm not good. I'm not this. It's like, listen, just separate yourself from what you do to who you are, but still play it like your life depends on it, and that you're gonna fail. If it fails, it's not the end of the world. If you win, you ain't better than every human being in the world. You know what I mean? So I think like that's what doesn't get taught as a society in a sense, where it's just like
But we are all winners.
We're not.
we're not.
That's what America
That's
teaches.
okay.
We're not.
That's okay. And then that's what we need to teach our people. Listen, we're not all winners, and that's okay. Take it, learn, and grow. Like, that's what we need to teach people. Like, it's listen, I may not be a winner now, but I will be a winner later. And I'm like, if I'm not a winner now, I'm gonna take my losses, learn from them, grow. It's okay to be a loser for the moment. Don't stay here forever. But listen,
That goes to everybody that thinks they attend, bro.
bro. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, we're all work in progress. It's all right. It's
Yes,
fine.
but people can't conceptualize.
That's what I'm.
that,
That's
bro.
what I always like. That's what I'm always saying. Like, don't get me wrong. I have a lot more lows than I do have highs. But if you think about it, your greatest accomplishment or like your greatest highs are much more in depth than your lowest lows. If you think about it. So that's what I'm always like when people like these days. Like I low key. I don't talk about this a lot, but I don't really have a lot of regrets. Y'all know me. If I did that shit, I meant it. It happened. Keep it pushing, right?
One. Sorry.
You only one. What? You know what? Like I wouldn't call it a regret. It stings. It just stings. I wouldn't call it a regret though, because realistically, if we go back in time, I'll probably do the same shit over again.
learn.
That's neither here nor there, right? But the one regret I did have was during. Remember, and y'all found this so funny. When I played high school soccer and after the games we'd always lose and the post game speeches.
Bro, that nigga would be digging on these niggas' ass. But I remember I have a video of it. I don't know where I had it, but you were just yelling.
But like for the viewers, for context, I played high school soccer and I'll never forget when we first, because we all played soccer in middle school, right? Then we went to high school, and back in middle school, I knew I wasn't that good. Like I knew I wasn't that good. Like I think Quasi was better at me at soccer. I think Ibra was better. Mamoru was like,
But we play different positions though. That's the thing.
but that's the thing. I don't know why, but I'll admit it now. I had a genuine fear of like dribbling past either you, Mamoru, or Yuba. Like I didn't do it.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. Mama was as strong as a motherfucker.
It was like but like after I left and like I took a while and I reflected, I was like, I wasn't that good. Like I kid you not, I had no interest in soccer when I entered 6th grade. Zero.
Yeah, me too.
I was never in Ghana. Mind you, in Ghana, I was the lowest of the low. Like I used to be the last one getting picked, and they only picked. Yes. And the only reason I wasn't picked last because my mom was in America, so they just gave me the grace, and I was never the last pick. So that was the only reason I was the last pick. So I was never that good. But like all you guys were doing it, which I was doing it. But the moment, a turning point for me was I'll never forget my freshman year. Didn't get no PT. I remember Ibra was killing his freshman year. Ibra was
Nah. Like, sophomore year? No, freshman year.
Your freshman year was your best year.
Bro.
Freshman year was your best year.
I don't know, bro. Like dribbling, I was on point, and then I hit my growth spurt. Woo! Because like I was around like 5'9", 5'10" ish.
You should have stopped there. I feel like that's like the perfect. That's like the cap height for soccer.
And then like I grew, and it was like I didn't know how to play no.
I don't know my body.
Like no. Like I was talking about this with some other dude. I was talking about this with my suite mate because my suite mate is 6'4" too. I was like, bro, genuinely, it wasn't until probably like 3 years ago I finally feel like I'm in my body, and when I'm playing a sport, like I could genuinely move. Like for the past like It's
So
like,
what have you been doing this entire time? It's just a
bro,
ghost?
it just feels weird. Like it feels like my body is lagging. Like and then like, bro, genuinely, bro. And I'm like, bro, I was like, and I was telling, like, it was until I started playing rugby. Like it feels like I'm in my body, bro. So that's why when people ask me which sport is harder for you, soccer or rugby, I'm like soccer by a million miles.
I mean, rugby, all you gotta do is catch and run it. Soccer, you
I'm
gotta
like,
figure out a shit ton.
I'm like,
bro.
listen, I'm like, the soccer is the mind. Rugby, I'm majority of the time I'm bigger than half of the folks. I'm like, but here's my thing though. A lot of people think I'm trying to run through them. I'm not. I'm Mr. Give a head, dodge a head. You getting juked. I promise you I'm putting a move on you and you're not touching me. So that was the thing that saved me,
what do y'all
rugby, because
think
it's like
is the hardest sport? Like to master. Hardest sport
Soccer.
to master.
soccer.
I
Soccer.
don't
Soccer.
I don't like
like-
golf.
Honestly, I like
That's
No,
what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
no.
Like
Golf
it's
is
a
hard.
hard ass
golf is
sport to
hard. I
master.
respect it. I respect it, but would I be like all the way up there? No. But I feel like honestly, boxing. Have
Yeah,
you guys
I
ever
watch
watched boxing?
like a good amount.
Like, I'm not talking, and I'm not talking
Like
about
the
heavyweights.
lightweight,
I'm
yeah,
talking about
featherweights,
like
yeah.
featherweight, the lightweights, featherweights. Like when you watch these guys, like some of this stuff, you got to put it in slow mo. You're
Like
like,
they,
holy
they've been
shit.
making the
I
sound
don't
with their
even-
mouth.
Yeah, bro. Like I don't. But like you're not here thinking he's just doing a bunch of bullshit. But like when you watch boxing, like Floyd Mayweather, like for example, Floyd Mayweather, he is a genius. When people be like, he's just an arrogant black man, that motherfucker is a genius. And we're not just talking about like in the sport, we're talking about outside the sport too. Like genuinely, he is a genius, bro. And you watch him, like if you ever just have the time in your board, watch Floyd Mayweather, watch Canelo, watch like Gervonta Davis or stuff like that. These guys who are like good, like I feel like boxing honestly is one of those hardest sports because it's like
Yeah.
you're in there alone. You're in there alone. And soccer is different. Like I could fuck up.
Yeah.
I got a goalkeeper behind me. I got other players around me in a sense, which for like that's why for me, I'm like I went from winger to center back. Some part of me sometimes it hurts. I can't dribble like I used to, and it hurts, bro. My freshman year, bro, I was like, I'm having the time of my
My
fucking
freshman year,
life.
I was butt. I remember Quasi had gotten on Beacon. He played. Everybody played that freshman year, but me. And I'll never forget. I was so mad towards the end of the season. I was so mad. I'll never forget. And this, I feel like Loki. This was the resentment that carried on with the years that came up after that, right? So I remember this one time we had a game, right? And I was like, why am I gonna go? I'm not gonna play. But we had a losing season. And apparently that day was the day the coach was going to put me in to go play, but I wasn't there. And then when he called my name, they told the coach that I left because I wasn't going to play. So he was like, I got something for him next game. So next game, what he did was, this was the last game of the season, right? I show up, yeah. Like, I warm up, I'm not going to play, I'm going to be on the bench, I'm going to be watching, right? And he's like, he comes and he looks on the bench. He's like, yo, Quadra, warm up. Makes me warm up for like 25, 30 minutes, right? 25, 30 minutes, right? Calls me up, right? Yeah, come on. I'm over here. I'm geek, bro. Last game of the season, mind you, everybody, the Huns are about the bench. Last game,
Because that's what
I'm getting in.
everybody would show up to your game. I think that's the one
I'm
thing I
getting some
love.
play. So I'm like, yeah, bro. I go next to him. He tapped me on my shoulder. He said, "Not you. You didn't show up to practice, or you show up to last game."
Honestly, I don't disagree with him. I would have done the same shit too, bro. Like honestly, I don't disagree with him.
I remember I'm looking over I remember he did that, bro, and I tried to play it off too because I saw a couple of people in the stands. I just held my knee and went back and sat down, and then I'll never forget. One of my friends was like, "Yeah, Quadro." I'm like, "Bitch, put your hand down."
Nah, man.
So I remember that year, and then low key, we don't give ourselves enough credit for this. We played a lot of soccer. We played a lot, but it was like I never did it with the intention of getting better, but it just naturally happened. And I don't know when it decided to click, but one day I was just like, I'm feeling it, and then like it progressed from there. But I didn't realize like how good I had gotten until like we would play against certain schools and they like put 2-3 guys with him. I'm like, yeah, I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga.
Nah, the
I'm
one,
that nigga.
the one
I'll
game.
never forget. And it was like, I was like, then for all of a sudden, for some reason, I started getting fast. I don't know where that came from. Because back in middle school, during our middle school races, I was never top 5. It was always I could be Ibra though. I remember I could be him. I remember I could be him.
Bro,
It was always like
I can beat you. That's
it
crazy.
was always Quasi, Ayuba, and then like I felt
You was just freakishly fucking athletic, bro.
But you seen that nigga's legs?
Nah,
Like his legs, and the thing is, when he runs, he
when-
stomps. Like
when Ibra
Just
used
like
to
he
run in
stomped.
middle school, that shit was mad funny because he would look up in the air.
just
I was like, so it was like I was never the fastest, but all of a sudden it's like it got fast. But then as I was like reflecting and stuff like that, the reason I would get so mad at these people or the soccer players is because in my head I'm like, I feel like they weren't trying. But then back then I was too young to understand. Not everybody got the same goals as you do. So you can't put that expectation on everybody else. So I remember I was like, how y'all niggas keep coming back every year and y'all still ass?
he said, that niggas is still butt.
Bro,
This is still butt.
bro, because it's like after the year, bro, like we all knew, like after your season ended, bro, you gotta grind. What that grind look like? It doesn't have to be no fancy. We don't do nothing fancy. You go to Riverside, we run some drills, we play pickup, go home. Wake up, do it again. Wake up, do it again. Wake up, do it again. Like that's all we was doing. 161, go to the track, run. Do like you always do something. So every year after we come back, I'm looking at these things like, how are you still getting bad?
They doing the same shit they did the year before.
But it was a big regret. And I come to those. I was the captain. They show up to the huddle. I'll just be yelling at these niggas, just yelling, just to yell. And I'm just like, I like did some reflecting. I was like, that wasn't like it wasn't a good indicator of like. I feel like if I could go back then, I would have been a little bit more motivating instead of be like. I feel like that was just very destructive to like whatever I was trying to do. And if I would have just calmed down, but then again, I was like, what was I doing at this time? I was with Sunshine, so clearly I didn't have no sense.
For me, it was sophomore year, bro, and it's like it was different. It was like I was like, yo, like I'm feeling it. What the? I'm like, I don't know what was in the water I was drinking, and it's just like I was like, and then it was just like I got taller. I started. That's when I started to get into that 6 foot range. I couldn't move the same. It just felt like my body was lagging. I constantly had knee pains. Bro, it was just like so bad. That's why I switched to center back. Like it was just so bad. And it's like for me, I was just like center back. I was like, wow, I'm like, it's less running, to be honest with you.
When's the last time
it's less running.
Because honestly, I have not run in a minute. Like I go to the gym. I just do strength training. I don't even touch the treadmill.
Y'all gotta get your hearts up. That's
Yeah.
cardio.
Yeah.
I played a
myself
3-hour game
for
from 7 to 9 on Saturday.
from Miami. I'm gonna give me a little cut up just to get the muscles popping a little bit. We never know when the camera might pop out. I might have to. If it is, I want to post a flick on Instagram so bad, but I promised myself I wouldn't get back on Instagram until we pop off.
Why would you take pictures in Miami if you're not gonna post them? You've been saying for the last couple of days how you want to take pictures. You've been bragging about your camera and how you want to take pictures with it.
But when is it gonna
That's
go?
what I'm asking
Where is it
you.
gonna go? And
Listen, memories. Call it that. He is.
He's
Like
gonna
he already talking about, I already
Yes.
got the fits prepared.
He is.
but I
this
do.
nigga, when it comes to
Yeah.
pictures on the beach, he's a bad bitch, bro. He's got
That nigga
I
be
got,
showing
I got my Vaseline Cocoa Radiant body oil
That
ready.
nigga be showing ass. Okay, Diddy.
Yo, what y'all want from Spain, by the way?
I told you what I want. I want an authentic Lamine Yamal jersey from
Okay.
the place itself. That's gonna be worth it someday.
Give me a nah, fuck that. I almost said Jude Bellingham.
I'm gonna get a Jude Bellingham jersey.
Get me a Mbappe jersey. Call it a day, bro.
I don't know. Get me something nice.
Until you get that Lamine Yamal.
I don't
Y'all
watch
know
soccer.
he's the next GOAT.
He is. I
He
can't
is
lie.
the truth, man. I give you credit where
I can't even lie.
I
Y'all
can't
saw
even
Spurs
lie.
won their first trophy?
Bro. Who gives a fuck?
Against
United,
Man U.
bro. It's but
I saw the header. Man, you almost had that, but
it's
No,
shit versus shit.
people are like commenting on the game, and it's like, have you seen that video of like Drewski playing soccer with like the Mexican construction workers? He's
Yeah.
like, this is what the game
Yeah.
looked like.
Bro, I swear to God, bro. I'm telling you, like it's so crazy because it's like Man U, Tottenham is 17th in the league. Tottenham is 16th in the league. Them boys is both butt. Straight up.
But Tottenham's going to
Yeah,
Champions League.
just to
Though.
crash out
Yeah,
in
that's
the
true. Watching
group
group
stage.
stage.
Not even group stage.
And,
never know.
and then
You
lose
never know.
and then lose to Villarreal or something like that.
You never
No.
know.
Like-
They could make it.
No.
To round off the conversation
Semis?
with the college thing, I'm still trying to think.
Oh, I got many more. Honestly, I feel like the best advice you could give is just be patient with yourself.
Facts.
Like, just be patient with life, with yourself, with the results. I would say that's the best advice I would give right now. Because sometimes I find myself too trying to get ahead of myself. So it's like be patient with yourself and life and the results that you desire. Have a plan, but just be patient.
I think another thing,
plan and you got
my
plenty of
last word
time.
before I gotta leave, is that after college, you gotta figure out like who you want in your life that will actually push you to succeed, and who are the people that are like still stuck in the college mindset and like just want to hang out and just like do bullshit. And like people that they're just like not serious individuals. Like you know who they are when you meet them. You gotta learn to like differentiate people like that with people that actually have goals in life, and like cut off those people. Environment's everything.
Environment is super important. It's more like it's super important. Like the people that you're hanging around, in a sense, that affects who you are, even if you're a person. Because I'm like me. Listen, I don't care. I would do what I want at the end of the day, no matter what the person, what other people that I am and thing. But like, you want more similarities towards like the places that you're going, the people that you want to be around. You want that versus like having bad influences, even if like you're not doing the things that they're doing, but having them around you in a sense is bad in the long run. To be honest with you, so.
All right, that's a good wrap.
Hold up, I didn't give my last minute advice. Damn, you got to give one too. But I think my last minute advice
I
is
already
like
gave mine.
my last minute advice that I'd give with the whole thing is that like people automatically think just because you have the degree, the world owes you something, and the world is supposed to like flock their feet at you because you have this paper of a degree that says it. And I'll be the first to say the degree doesn't mean anything. Like, at least more prominently in today's world. And that's why, like, low-key, as much as it makes me upset, I kind of understand it, is that experience is a better teacher than, like, a degree. Like, a real pertaining experience to something. Because when you've had experience with something, what that encapsulates is that you failed, you've gone through a curriculum, you've, like, looked at both the good and the bad. I think what the college degree just tells an employer is that, oh, you just know how to follow instruction. Not necessarily means you're good at anything or you can do anything exceptionally well. You can just follow instruction, and that holds value. But especially in this job market, your experience was going to hold more value more. So it's like things are going to take time. You need to like actually like it's like I always say this like work hard, like at least work towards the goals that you have. You're a whole adult now. It's not like shit is sweet. It's like you can't go on ChatGPT and just look up not every problem you're going to be able to just find the answer as quick as you should do back in college. It's not going to be the same. And no one's grading you. Like you're your own, you have to hold yourself to that whole standard. So if you're watching this new college grad, just listen to the advice that we have, and then it's going to work out. Just patience, time, and have some faith in yourself and belief.
Don't forget the plan. Without the plan, you ain't going nowhere.
Definitely. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, your boys over at the O2. So quick, nice, short get together to offer some knowledge, share some laughs. Let us know. I think at the time of recording this, we have 37 subscribers. So make sure if you're watching,
get to
you're
50.
liking, you're subscribing, you're commenting. Let's get to 50. Let us know what you guys want to hear, which segments you're enjoying, and all that extra jazz. But any further ado, we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.